Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Ishmael and let's continue the series on what's happening in application with Flutter and python. This is part 3 of the series, and if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 yet, then go watch that first. Links are provided in the description box as well as in the card here. Also, I want to thank everyone that I have finally reached 30 subscribers on this channel. So thank you so much, and I have also read the comments that the audio quality in the videos is a little bit not up to the mark. So don't worry, I'm going to upgrade the gears that I'm using, and the videos quality will generally improve with the amount of videos I'm uploading. So I'm working on that issue as well. So on that note, let's do the video.
What's up guys, I'm back on my PC and let's continue with the part 3 of the series. So if you guys haven't watched the part 1 and part 2 yet, then do watch that. As you guys know that we have already completed the home screen in the part 1 and part 2. We have added this story widgets and also list styles, and in the part 2 we have also added group icons and this number badges. In the part 2 we have also added this tab bar, and we have also added the dark mode inside the application. Last time we haven't completed the call page and the settings page UI, so let's create that first. I have also planned in adding a search button right here, so we'll also create the UI for that as well. So let's jump to the coding part, but first I would like to tell you guys about an interesting project that I am working on. So basically it's a tool which will help you to execute Python code inside your Flutter application. I know this sounds really interesting, and let me show you a quick demo how this works. So basically all of the code is written inside this function. As you can see that pyFlut.execute Python code, and then we can pass any of the Python code, and then we can at last assign the value, or we can print the value. So to show you guys the output, I would first like to show you. Let's open up my emulator. So strcpy and run. This is not part of the video, but I'm just going to take 2 minutes or so as I found this really interesting. So let me open the app. So as you can see, there is this text field and basically a output, and I can run the code. So now what I can do is that I can say print. If you know Python, then you can simply say print 2 plus 8 and then run the code. And as you can see, the output is automatically generated. Also, the cool thing is that I can also run this without the internet. So if I close the internet, even then the app will work. So that is also very good thing about it. I can also use modules like math. So I can simply say import math and then print. So basically what it will do is that it will print the value of the pi, that is 3.141 dash dash dash. So this is a cool project that I am working on recently. It is not completed. It has a lot of bugs and issues, but once it will be completed or sort of completed, then I'll post about it inside the Flutter videos as well as in the GitHub open source as well. So make sure to subscribe my YouTube channel as well as like the video so that I know that you guys like this type of Flutter content. So with that being said, let's close this application. That's it that I wanted to show you. And let's open our main WhatsApp application. So first, let me quickly run the application. I'm going to speed this so that you guys don't waste your time. And boom, it is installed also. So now, as you can see, I have already made changes inside the application. So in the part 1 and part 2, what we guys are doing is that I was just running the code in speed and I was not explaining the layout. So I thought that it would be more beneficial if I complete the app before and then explain the code line by line. So if you guys want this approach, then do let me know in the comments, as it will help me that what kind of videos I have to make in future as well. Alright, so for part 3, let me close all these tabs. Let me decrease this also. So basically what we are doing is that for the part 3, this is the basic main function here, and what I have added is this class, which is a scroll glow effect class. So basically what this class is doing is that this is removing any glow effect. So when I scroll, there is no glow effect, as you can see in the corners. So basically, to show you guys a demo, what I can do is that I can simply remove this filter and rerun the app to let you know guys why I've added the piece of code. So the app is completely built, and now if I scroll, as you can see that this is the glow effect I was talking about. As I scroll, there is this glow effect in the vertical as well as horizontal. So to remove that, what I have done is that I basically in the material app, I have added a builder property, and inside the builder, I have defined the scroll configuration, the scroll glow effect class. So what this piece of code will do is that will remove all of the glow effect that we are having in the app. Awesome. So we have our root page. So what I have done is that we are having our root page, which is basically this complete root page having the call page, message screen, and the user page. So if you guys notice, I have changed the settings page to the user page, as you can see here. So what this will do is that I wanted to create a user profile page first, and inside that I'll add settings page. So I'm going to cover that part also, but first let's talk about the root page here. So inside the root page, what we are having is basically a scaffold, and inside the scaffold I am having get body function, which is basically a widget, and inside that I've added a switch case, as you can see. So basically what is happening is that I have created a selected index variable, which initially it is 1, so basically 0, 1 and 2. So initially it will be set to the home screen. If I change it to 2, 0 and run the application, then initially it will be set to the call log screen. Okay, so it opens the call log screen. So that part This one indicates that. Another, I have added a scroll controller. So basically, in the pubspec.yaml file, I have added these packages. This custom navigation bar, which I have added in the part 2, is nothing but this bottom navigation bar. And this hideable package I am using. So if you've noticed, if I scroll down, the bottom navigation bar automatically hides. And if I scroll up, it automatically appears. So this property, this functionality can be implemented by using the hideable package. So what I am basically doing is that I am creating a scroll controller in the root page, and then I am passing this same scroll controller inside call page, home page, settings page, etc. And also here what I am doing, so the bottom navigation bar here, this piece of code we've already created in the part 2. What I've changed is that I have, instead of using the lineicons.cog, which is settings, I have added user. So instead of settings, now we'll be having user. Now after hideable, I've also imported line icons. So basically line icons is nothing but a package for the icons that I'm using, like this icon, settings icon, message icon, call icon. So line icons package you can use. It is much easier as I can simply go to this URL icons.a8 slash line-awesome, and I can search for any icon, like I can search for phone. So here I can search any icon, and as you can see, all of the icons are here. So I can use the same icons inside our Flutter application. So I have installed the line icon package. I have also used the Flutter switch package. So basically in this settings page, I am using the switch. So basically this Flutter switch is coming from this package. I am also using the Lottie package here for the animations. So later in the video, I'll show you how this all is working. So back to the root page. So in the bottom navigation bar, that's it. Now let's go to the home screen. So in the home page is nothing but from here till here. The floating action button also comes under the home screen. So basically here in the home page, I'm getting the scroll controller from the root page of the application, and I've created a isSearch variable. So isSearch is nothing but if I click the search button over here, then isSearch will be triggered as true. Else, if I click on the cross icon, it will be changed to false, back to its initial state. And this text editing controller is nothing but the controller for the search field. So basically this search field has the controller that we have assigned right here. Now the layout of the application looks like this. The main scaffold. Inside that I've added a floating action button. So this button will basically help us to chat with a new person or create a new phone number to send any messages. So we can do that. And inside the body, I'm using safe area. So safe area is nothing but to start the UI layout after the tab bar. So basically this status bar we have, So all of the USBs will start from right here below this 12:26 a.m. Okay. So inside the safe area, what I have added is a column and an expanded widget. So let's open this column first. Inside the column, I'm having a search box of height 26. So 26 is nothing but the height between the status bar as well as in the chat's text. So basically this height is 26. After that, there is a row with main axis alignment such as space between. So space between is nothing but there we have the space. So whatever widgets I'm adding, equally spaces will be provided. And I am using is search variable. If it is true, then the text will be search. Otherwise, text will be chats. And after that, I'm using the icon. So basically here I'm using the search icon and add icon. So add icon is nothing but I'm using transform.rotate to make this add icon look as cancel icon, as you can see. So what I'm doing is that I'm rotating it by the angle pi into 90 divided by 60. Awesome. And if is search is false, then the angle will be 0, so that our search icon will not rotate. So I've added that also. And inside the on pressed is search will be changed and the controller will be cleared. So if I type anything, for example any name, if I click on back, so the controller will be empty again. Name property won't be filled again. After that, I have added a size box of height 10. So basically 10 is nothing but the spacing between the status bar and this row. This height is 10. After that, I have added a condition that if search is true, then we have to show search bar, else we have to show status bar. So status bar is nothing but these all status widgets that we are having. And search bar is nothing. When we click on search, this search text field that we are having is the search bar. Okay. Now what I have done is that if you see in the directory layout inside the lib folder, we are having widgets folder where I am saving all of the common widgets inside this file that is used inside the application many times inside the application. And in the views, I am having call page, home page, settings page, and the root page. So for the call page, we have callpage.dart. For the home page, we have home page and home widgets.dart. And for the settings page, we have settings page and settings widgets.dart. So separately, I've created widget class also. So for the home page, as you can see, the search bar comes from the home widgets.dart. Here what I have basically created, first I added a column. So let's click here. So basically a column is there. And inside that I have added a padding with a container, and I have added a width of the screen. So basically I'm using media query here. So media query is nothing but it is used to access the property of the device we are using. So basically I can use media query of context size dot width height etc. to get the height of the device and to get the width of the device. Okay. Also in the container I have used decoration. So I have added the color from RGBO, red, green, blue opacity, and I have passed that, and I have created a radius of 5. In the child, I have added a padding of 5, and inside padding I have added a theme and a text field here. So theme I have used to create a primary color, and inside the text field we are using controller that is coming from the parameter, and on submitted is there, on changed is there, style I have added, and some input directions I have added like in text. Awesome. So this is search bar. Another one we have is status bar.
The code to access this source code is 8888.
Status bar is nothing but what we have created in the part 1 and part 2. I have added this inside a separate widget inside home widgets.dart. This is the status bar. Now let me show you the properties we are having in the status bar. So I am having add widget and see all widget. So if add widget is true, that means that we have to show this add new status button, and see all widget is there. So see all widget, what it will do is that I have also added this button see all widget. So example, we have 24 status, but in the top bar, in the status bar, we'll only show 5 or 6 status, and to see all of these status we have to click on the see all button right here. So for that also I have added a condition, and by default it will be true. Okay, so this part was done in the part 2 only. After the search and status bar, I have created an expanded widget. Inside that I have created a condition like if is search is true and the text field is not empty, then you have to show a custom loader. So custom loader is nothing but I have created a widget inside common widgets.dart. This is a Lottie package that we are using, and I am passing loader.json here. So basically if I type here anything like name and I click done, so this Lottie animation, as you can see in the Flutter, is happening. So this animation is a part of Lottie file. So I've created a assets folder right here, and inside that I've added a loader.json. So this animation we can use entire the whole application. That is why I've added it inside common widgets.dart file. Awesome. So after that, this is the custom loader. I can simply cancel it. Else it will show a list view dot separated, and separator we have added a divider, as you can see right here. I can also show you in the light mode. So dividers, as you can see, are in between these text fields. In the item builder, we have this custom list tile, and that's it. So let's check this widget as well. So let me explain you all of these properties and why I have added all of that. Basically, firstly, I have added context to access media query size, widget, etc. For example, I am using right here. The image URL, very simple, the URL of the image that we are using. Title, this main name. Subtitle, part of a message that we have to show here. Custom list type. This is important that I have added new. So what is this? This is basically an enum, and I've created a message, group, a call. So what we are doing is that these custom list style is used in the call screen as well as in the message screen as well as for the group tile as well. So that is why I've created an enum where we'll pass that what type of tile we have to show. So for example, in the home page, as you can see, in the custom list tile type, I have said that if the index equals to 3, that means 0, 1, 2, 3, then we are passing it as a group. Otherwise, the custom list tile type is message. Okay. After that, I am having a gesture tab callback, which is nothing but a function we'll pass on clicking. So as you can see, this is the click effect. There is nothing happening right now, but once we click here, the message screen should open. So we'll create that part in the upcoming videos. Also, there is this time frame that is optional. Time frame meaning this time that the message appeared. Number of calls. So number of calls is for the call widget. Number of calls is, as you can see in the bracket, we have 3. So this 3 is the number of calls. So if I go in the call page, as you can see in the number of calls, I am passing 3 as an integer. If I pass here 2, I hot reload, you can see that in the bracket we have 2 calls. That means that you have 2 missed calls from William. Okay. After that, we have call status. So in the call list style, we are having a call status enum as well. So what this will do is that the status of the call can be missed, declined, or accepted, right? So we are accepting that also. So if I go in the call page, you can see that the call status is declined in everywhere. So you can see a red icon is there. If I change this to accepted, that means that call was accepted and the icon is changed. Okay, so that part is also done. Call status. Participant images we are using for the group list style. So as you can see, for the group we have this one image and the second image. Message counter is using for the badges that we are having right here. Is online is for these green circle online badges. So that is it with all the parameters currently custom list style is accepting. I'll be adding more parameters if any new feature or UI implementation I do in the widget. And the layout is pretty much very simple. So what I am doing is that, let me minimize this. I have added an inkwell in the top. So as you can see, this inkwell effect we have on clicking. Inside that, I have added a sized box of the width of the screen. So whatever is the width of the device, the widget will acquire that width. And inside that, I have added a padding, symmetric padding of horizontal 16. Horizontal basically is from here to here, and vertically we have 12. So vertically is nothing but from the top and bottom. Now I have added a row as a child. For the image part, I have added a stack, and for the rest part, I have added a padding with a column. So as you can see, I am having a column. Inside the column, we have 2 rows. First row, second row. First row contains main title, and after that the time frame. Second row consists subtitle, and after that the badge that we are having. So basically a column, first row, second row. This is the layout that we are having. In this stack, what I am doing is that if it is online, that I am basically stacking the badge on top of the image as a container, and I'm also creating a width of 2, as you can see right here, to create this white effect around the badge. Also in the image part, it can be a participant image, a single photo, or multiple photo representing a group. So I have done that part as well. So if participant image equals to null or length equals to 1, then what we are doing is that we are creating a size box. S will create the first image, that is the bottom image. Okay, and next part, if it is 1, then we'll create another image on top of it. So basically, if participant image equals to null, then we'll show a single image. Else, we'll show the bottom image, and on top of it, we'll show another image. So this is how the custom list style is working. And that is it with the home page UI that I've created in the part 3. Now you can also use the search functionality here. So if I go to the search bar, as you can see that in the, that part is also completed, that we can add the loader. This loading animation is also there. So basically, next videos will connect the API to fetch data from there. So because of the internet connectivity, we have to add loader to show the user that data is still fetching from our backend. So that is why I've added loader as well. Now let's go to the call screen. Call screen has most of the same UI that we are having in the home page. Only the difference is that here I have removed the add status widget. So as you know that in the story widget, and no, not in the story widget, in the call page, let's check the UI. So in the call page, inside the save area, I am having the status bar, right? So in the status bar, I have showed you this add widget equals to true is default, but in the call page, I have set this add widget to false. So basically the add widget will not show here, as you can see. Also the custom list style that we were using, I have changed that as well a little bit. So we have the image URL, title, subtitle, on tap, number of calls I have added here, and custom list style type I have added here. And also I have added this video call and phone call icon in the trailing. So that is pretty much it with the call log screen here. Or I have also added this call button. So if a new user you have to call or you have to create a new contact, then you can simply click this button and create a new contact. So this functionality is not yet implemented. And in the search phase, same flow happens. As you can see, search field is there. Now in the user profile page, as you can see, we are having the main profile. So this layout is completely different. So as you can see, we are having the main image of the user that we'll capture while logging in. That will most likely I'll be doing in the part 4. That will be developing the login screen. And so basically, let me close these, go to the root page. I have explained the call page, the home page. Let's go to the settings page. Okay, I have to change the name as well. So basically now is this a user page, not settings page. Settings is inside the user page, as you can see. I added, okay. So yeah, user page is there. Okay. Now I'm also passing the scroll controller right here as well. So if we scroll, we can't scroll because the item is there. The list, the bottom navigation bar will automatically hide. Okay. So the layout of the part is pretty much like I've created a profile widget. So what parameter it takes? It takes context for the media query. It takes name of the person like Yashmakan here. It takes the image URL like here I have passed. It takes on logout click. So I have a logout button in the bottom, as you can see in the trailing. And we have a on tap gesture tap fallback. So what will happen on clicking here? Fine. So we are adding a padding gesture detector with the on tap. I have added a stack so that this edit icon. So on clicking the image, we can simply edit the profile of the user. So that part has to be implemented as well. So I have used stack here with the clip behavior as clip.none. If I remove this or comment this, and if I reload the application, you can see that badge is cut down and it is not overlapping properly. That is why I have added clip behavior clip.none here. Awesome. So that part is also done. The leading part I have added the stack. Then I have added a width 20. And then as a column, I'm having title and subtitle as view profile. After that, we are having a spacer. Spacer is nothing but I'm adding complete space here between the logout icon and the column. And the logout icon is nothing but we are adding a gesture detector and the icon with the line icons dot alternate sign out with colors as red accent as well. So let's just go back to the profile widget. Now what we are doing inside the application, let's see that. So inside the profile widget, I am passing context, image, name. So on logout click, I have created a bottom sheet here. Okay, bottom sheet here, as you can see. One second. So I have created a bottom sheet here. I have set the background to transparent. So let me show you guys the UI. So as you can see, so if you click here, you can see that you have a bottom sheet here. You can close that as well. So are you sure to log out or anything like that? You can say yes, log out or cancel here. There is no functionality, but in the part 4, I'm going to create this logout functionality, as well as we'll be developing the login and login functionality, logout functionality. We'll add local storage inside the application, and maybe we'll add the status functionality as well, like opening the camera and then the UI part here. You can do that as well. So if you wanted a specific part first, then do let me know in the comments and then I'll create that part first. Now This is the header part. After that, I've added a height and a divider. I've added. After that, I've created a setting tile here. Setting tile is nothing but context, icon data, what icon you have to pass. Setting trailing. So basically, I've created a enum here as well. Enum can be toggle or arrow. So basically this tile can have arrow at the end and it can have a toggle. So you have to pass the setting trailing as well here. And the title of the list tile we are having. So that is it. So if I go in the setting tile, you can see that I'm passing notification. Here I'm passing toggle because I need a toggle here. And inside that, then I'm having height 30. Then I created a manage padding text. After that, I created a column and I've added all of these list tiles with the icon that I felt is suitable for them, like share icon, lock icon, etc. etc. After that, I've also added this from meta logo. So if you open up the WhatsApp, you can see that this logo is also present in the app. So I've added that as well. So basically I've created an expanded widget. To create an expanded widget, whatever spacing is remaining. After that, in the center, I created a column as main axis alignment as center. Created a text from, and in another line I created a row with line icons infinity. So I created an icon. This is basically icon infinity, and I created a meta text here. So that is it. And also I wanted to tell you that all of this supported with dark mode. Why it is supported with dark mode? Because we are using in the color property, we are using background color and passing the context. So now if I go here, you can see that here we are checking if it is dark mode, then you have to pass white color, else you have to pass black color. So we have already created this part, this extension part in the part 2. If you haven't watched the part 2 yet, then go watch that also. Alright, so that's it, I guess. Also we have the toggle is not clickable right now. So let's do that as well. Really quick, okay. So what we can do is that let's create a boolean for a toggle, and initially let's set it to true, and inside the toggle we are having our setting type. What I can do is that I can say bool, and I can say like what name I can give. Let's add toggle. Now what I can do is that here I'm using Flutter switch package. So instead of passing value as true only, let's add toggle here, and on toggle also I have to change. On toggle also you have to change. Also if it is false, it can't be false as we are passing the toggle, so it won't be false, and I have to pass on toggle as well. So let's also add that part. Now in the setting list style, what I can do is that where I'm using toggle, on toggle I can simply pass it. So value, and in the toggle property I have the toggle boolean, and inside setting widget, let's also pass as value setter bool. It can be like, but it won't. If we have the toggle, then it won't be null. And that's it. Now we can do set state here and say that toggle equals to the value that we are passing. Okay, hot reload the app, and as you can see now it is working properly. So now we haven't added the notification functionality and all of that stuff. Share we have to add, FAQ page we have to add, help page, invite a friend, settings page, edit profile page, logout screen, login screen, and we have new status page, we have status screen, we have messaging screen, we have calling screen. A lot of screens are there. So make sure to subscribe my YouTube channel and stay tuned as more of these types of videos are coming in the future. Also, if you are interested in the pyFlut package that I have shown you earlier, then make sure to comment below that if I should make a video regarding the package as well, or whatever your opinions are. I would be happy to hear that. And I guess that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and as you can see it's 1 o'clock in the morning right now that I'm shooting the video. Then I really appreciate a like, as it requires a lot of effort and it's really exciting also, and I love creating these applications and explaining what is happening behind the screen. I also came to know that you guys are enjoying the videos that I'm creating. Also, if you have any feedback regarding my video or the coding style, my speaking style, or anything regarding that, then make sure to comment below that as well, because I want to improve this channel as much as I can. And whatever you need in future, if you are facing any issue, then make sure to comment that below as well.
So that's it for the coding part. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to like it and also subscribe my YouTube channel to watch more of my videos, and make sure to hit the notification icon so that you don't miss any of my future videos and my videos will automatically find you. So with all that said, it's time to say goodbye. So sayonara.